Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be breaking down and reviewing the sixth game in the Spyro franchise, Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. This game was developed by Equinox Digital and Check 6 Studios and was made for both the PS2 and GameCube. This was the first game to be introduced to both of them. The story begins during a rite of passage for a group of dragon hatchlings, which were actually the dragon eggs in Year of the Dragon. Each hatchling is supposed to receive a dragonfly partner of their own, but our good friend Ripto makes a surprise visit. He arrives through a portal along with Crash and Gulp in an attempt to capture all the dragonflies. Doing so will make all the dragons weaker and he can exact his revenge. His spell misfires and scattered all of the dragonflies across the Dragon Realms. We start the game off in Dragon Realms. This is the first game in the series where there's only one realm. After speaking with Bianca, we take our dragon rune over to the dragon spirit who grants us bubble breath. This is the ability used to capture all the dragonflies. We then run into Hunter, who at this point in the series is primarily used for teaching us how to jump, glide, and hover. Upon completing this, he'll give you a dragonfly. There's also a challenge gate here containing a dragonfly on the last ledge. You just have to flame all the targets spread around this area. Doing so will result in a dragonfly. We then run into Miyagi, who informs us to hop on the stones to get to the Dragon Dojo. Dragon Dojo is our first world we visit in this game. After arriving, we are greeted by our old friend Zoe, who informs us all the Dragon Masters have been frozen by the Riptox and we need to flame them out. There are 5 Dragon Masters frozen. Each time you release one, it opens the next set of doors. Releasing all 5 will give you a dragonfly. The first challenge portal in this world takes you to a peaceful speedway, where like past games, you have to complete the time trial and then beat a gang of ninjas that are pretty fast. I did not have any issues on this front. There was a transition from the other games since the movement felt much different, but it really wasn't difficult. Defeating both will give you 2 more dragonflies. In that same area, you run into Rusty, who needs help getting his kite down from the rock. This took me a long time to realize. You had to use your ice breath on Rusty and the other 2 dragons to reach the rocks. Doing so gives you another dragonfly. Well, you also get another surprise visit from Mr. Moneybags, who for a small fee of 200 gems helps you get to the other side of the dojo. The next challenge portal leads us to a tank training area, which wasn't too hard once you understand the controls since it is meant to be more training than actual combat. Completing it gives you another dragonfly. The remaining 5 dragonflies can be found roaming the map and using your bubble breath. You also find the lightning rune here as well. I did really like this world. It wasn't super hard and everything was wide open. Super cool design for it and love seeing Mr. Moneybags in his new era of life. After taking the electric rune to the dragon spirit, he gives us the opportunity to use our electric breath. This allows us to open the gate to the next part of the Dragon Realms. Here there is electric gate challenge where once again you'll zap all 8 targets and there's a dragonfly roaming around. After jumping into the barn and talking with Farmer Bill, you can use his UFO to head over to the second world. Our second world is Crop Circle Country. Once we arrive, we are met by Farmer Dill, who asks us to go around back to unlock the red big barn and rescue the cows from the space Ripdogs. Once you achieve this, you'll be rewarded a dragonfly. After going through a little bit of the level, you find a challenge gate where you have to flame the 8 targets. This wasn't too difficult. Doing so frees a dragonfly. The first challenge portal you go through takes you to Hunter, who is quite distraught about the amount of space cows everywhere. He says there's a big UFO coming to abduct the cows and to use Farmer Dill's UFO to beam them back to the gates. The first round wasn't too hard at all, but the second round was quite annoying. The gold UFOs come out of nowhere and start shooting at your UFO. It took a long time to figure out how to properly dodge and still be able to corral the cows. Doing both of these rewards you with 2 individual dragonflies. The next challenge portal takes us to Farmer John, who tells us there is a space Ripdog holding a dragonfly hostage, and if we activate all the platforms, it will lower the tower down so we can rescue it. This one took me a few tries to figure out the movement of the platforms, but once when you ground pound the buttons, you have to use your electric breath on all the poles, and slowly the platforms start to come together. I thought this one was super unique, and it was fun to play something different. After freeing all the cows for Farmer Dill, 4 cannons appear throughout the level. Use your electric breath on each one to shoot down the big UFO. After using all 4 cannons, you'll be rewarded a dragonfly. Also, when you free the farmer's cows, go find Farmer Dean and herd all of his cattle back to him for another one. The remaining 3 dragonflies can be found roaming the map. I also really like this level, some unique challenge portal concepts, and in my opinion, another beautiful level design. Anytime you fight against the space cows, it's an enjoyable time. Our third world we visit is Luau Island. After having enough dragonflies, Porkins says the boat is up and running and to hop aboard. After traveling to Luau Island, we are also met by Porkins after freeing him from his cage. Says his buddies are also trapped and needs help rescuing them. There are 5 in total. After freeing all of them, you are given a Dragonfly. In the second area, there's a button that you can pound that will open the cage with a Dragonfly in it. The next Dragonfly can be found through a Super Flame portal. Using the Super Flame, you can blast the statues and get the Dragonfly. In the next area, you can make your way up to the ship that is sitting in the water. Once you reach the top, there's a cannon you can use to shoot the rocks and blast it open, containing another Dragonfly. The first challenge portal here leads you to Hunter, who wants to race and see who can catch more of the mana rays first. This is probably the easiest challenge there is in the game. It is cool to ride a mana ray again though. The next challenge portal, you're met by Rada Kidney, who is wanting to teach you to play the drums. There are 2 cycles of this. The first one isn't super long, but the second one was really long. This was super neat and fun, though probably the most unique aspect so far in terms of challenges. The other 3 Dragonflies can be found throughout the world. I really like the challenges in this world, but it took me long to find all the gems. Apparently you have to swim through the arches, and when you do that, a gem will come out. I had to look it up. I probably did 5 rounds searching every corner and had no luck. Our 4th world we visit is Cloud 9. Upon arriving, we are met by Powder, who lets us know that the Riptocs have invaded their palace and sabotaged the machines powering the Hourglass. He then asks if we can use our electric breath to help power up the machines. After reactivating all 4 machines, you will earn a Dragonfly. You quickly run into the first challenge portal here. The challenge is just another speedway. Just like the first one, there's a time trial and then a race. The time trial was not difficult to finish, but the race took a few attempts to figure out the layout and where the speed up shortcuts were. Overall, very fun speedway though. The next Dragonfly can be found using the Super Flame Gate to shoot down all the thunder clouds over the pool, which is not difficult at all. The next challenge portal takes us to Pudgy, who needs help defending the palace. This time we are flying in a plane trying to take down the Riptoc ships. This was also a super fun challenge. This game really did a good job of having unique challenges. Once you destroy all 4, you earn a Dragonfly. The other 5 Dragonflies can be found roaming the world. I did not really enjoy this one. It had a sneaky spot where you had to glide quite the distance to land on a roof to grab the gems. And then even after all that, I could not find the last gem. You also find the ice rune here. Other than the difficulty of the gems, it was a cool world with a trippy design, but I didn't really enjoy it. Afterwards, you get a weird little cutscene of Ripto, Crush, and Gulp, but it didn't really serve any purpose. After giving the ice rune to the dragon spirit, you're given the power to use your ice breath. Using this, you can return to Dragon Dojo and help retrieve the baby dragon's kites. After that, you can venture to the other side of the dragon realm since your ice breath opens the gate. The 5th world is Honey Marsh, which also just so happens to be a realm in the Season of Ice. After arriving, we were met by Jimmy Bob. He lets us know the Riptocs have messed this place up badly, who then makes us a deal that if we get rid of the honey stills, he will give us a Dragonfly. After destroying all 6 with our electric breath, we are rewarded a Dragonfly. We then run into a thief. After catching him, he releases a Dragonfly as well. The first challenge portal is another tank mission with to take out 20 bees. This one almost made me crash out. The mechanics to move the tank and shoot was so bad, and I kept getting melted by enemies when nothing was near me. After taking them out, we are rewarded with a Dragonfly. There is also a chest in this world. After finding the key, you can unlock it for another Dragonfly. Later on, we are met by Alex Bob, who needs help taking out some beehives. This one took me a few tries to figure out how to get the rocks to shoot the beehives, but after figuring them out, you could just snipe them from afar and not get any damage dealt. After taking them out, you're rewarded a Dragonfly. The next challenge portal takes us to Two-Eyed Willie, who wants us to chase a bee down the honey slide. This one was the easiest of all the slide levels. I really enjoyed these challenges though. It only took 2 attempts, so it was really easy to make it down. After making it down, you're given a Dragonfly. The remaining 4 Dragonflies are found roaming the world. I didn't really like nor dislike this world. The tank challenge really frustrated me and might have ruined this whole world for me. The 6th world is Monkey Monastery, where we are met by Brother Crankle, who tells us that the Riptocs have invaded their sacred monastery. We are then approached by Bartimal, who tells us Yetis are peaceful creatures and the Riptocs are the true monsters. They imprison 5 Yetis and ask for our help. After freeing all 5 Yetis from the ice, you're rewarded a Dragonfly. A little ways down the path, we are approached by Brother Marcus, who needs help shooting down the flying Riptocs. After you shoot down all 3, you're given a Dragonfly. The first challenge portal is another slide challenge. Like the last one, it took me about 2 attempts, one to understand the layout, and after that it became much easier. You have about 30 seconds to make it down. After making it down, you're given a Dragonfly. Afterwards, he asks for round 2. This time it's under 20 seconds, but knowing where everything is and how to get the extra time, it's really easy. The second challenge portal, you're met by Mandy, who needs help destroying the Riptoc factories. This one is another airplane challenge. Like I said earlier, I really enjoyed these. It's not difficult at all and fun to ride around in the plane. Once you find the key, you can also open the chest to find another dragonfly. The remaining 4 dragonflies are scattered around the world. I really enjoyed this one. A bunch of different enemies, cool scenery, and getting to help out the Yetis made this one very enjoyable. It was really sad when they didn't include Bentley in the game though. It would have been a perfect opportunity. The 7th world is Thieves' Den. We are met by Footpad who needs help clearing out the wizard Riptox. There are 10 of these wizards. After clearing all 10, there is a dragonfly with our name on it. This one took me a while. You have to use your wing shield to knock them out, but the hardest thing was finding the last one. He was hidden behind a knockable wall. Our first challenge portal is a speedway, another time trial, and race. Neither were super hard as usual, but this was probably my favorite course for a speedway though. Loved the design, where the speed ups were, the music. It was overall a major win. Defeating both will give you 2 individual dragonflies. Next up is an ice gate where you have to blow ice on 7 campfires and a dragonfly. This one was really easy, thankfully, because the second challenge portal was not. It's another platform maze in which the concept was not hard, but I could not time the jump to get up top to save my life. I think the more I failed, the worse it got, but getting to the top and defeating the wizard earns you a dragonfly. There's also a key you can find that will unlock a chest also containing a dragonfly. The remaining 4 dragonflies can be found roaming the world. This is a very unique realm to me. Throughout the first 5 games, the thieves have just been enemies. This world sheds them in a different light. It was a fun and entertaining world besides the platform challenge. The 8th and last world is Jurassic Jungle. We are met by Dr. Whiskers who needs our help destroying the R1000 and T-Rex 1000s. There's 10 that you need to take out for the dragonfly. Along the way, we run into Professor Copeland who tells us about treasure within the gems. You have to guess the correct order of all the gems. The correct order is red, green, blue, purple, and yellow. Truth be told, I just got super lucky with this guess. Thankfully, it didn't take me too many attempts. After guessing, you're given a dragonfly. The first challenge portal is the lava slide. This one took the most attempts out of all the slide challenges. The music was intense and the slide was intense. Still a super fun challenge though. Right outside of it is an electric gate and 8 beacons you have to electrocute. Once again, a pretty easy challenge for a dragonfly. We are then approached by Dr. Kogan, who needs help getting his equipment back from the R1000s in the lava. After destroying all 7 and picking up the beacons they drop, you get a dragonfly. The next challenge portal is right next to this. We are met by Professor Squeak, who is challenging us to get to the top of the tower is scary. This one was pretty tough. Felt like you couldn't really get close to anything at all, and it kept glitching me off the tower. Once when you find the correct path, it doesn't take long to figure it out though. After getting to the top, you're given a dragonfly. Also, right outside of this is a thief you can catch for another dragonfly. Once you locate the key, you can unlock the chest for another one as well. The remaining 2 dragonflies can be found roaming the world. This one was pretty fun. A lot of different challenges you have to do to get the dragonflies, and also a variety of different enemies. After collecting all the dragonflies, the portal opens for your rematch with Ripto. In Ripto's Rage and Season of Flame, he was difficult but not super hard. This time around, it was insanely hard to defeat him here. You have to use your flame to burst through the water shield, then ice on his fire shield, and when he grows and slams his scepter down, you have to electrocute that. It took me a long time to defeat him, by far the hardest boss fight in the series so far. After defeating Ripto, we can return to the Dragon Realms and celebrate. All the baby dragons get their dragonflies and the day is saved. When I first got to this game, I was pretty concerned. Everywhere I saw was this was such a terrible game and it was not fun. When I first started playing, I believed it. The movement was not fluid at all, and it was actually worse than the original games. The more I played though, the better it felt, thankfully. I really didn't think this game was that bad though. I wouldn't say it was better than the trilogy, but it was still a good game. I thought each world had a unique style, and graphically, they were all pretty cool. I thought it was also super cool you could have so many different abilities. You could use your flame, water, ice, and electric breaths while using a wing shield as well. I said earlier, I thought it was really cool that it gives you different perspectives on the thieves. I thought it was also super unique the amount of new challenges they gave us. The challenges like the tiki drums and airplane missions. Now, there are some things I wish they did better. It seems like they pushed aside a bunch of characters. There were no appearances from the professor and still not much of a presence in the series from Allura. After a year of the Dragon and Season of Flame, I figured you'd get to use another character in this game as well. No opportunity for that. Also, even though they were featured in this game, you never had the opportunity to fight against Gulp or Crush. Even the final scene, no clue where they ran off to. It had its hits and its misses, but overall I enjoyed this one. My overall rating for this game is a 7 out of 10. Even though many consider this game a flop, I thought it was pretty fun. The next game in this series has us returning to the Game Boy Advance. The game is Spyro, Attack of the Rhinox. Be sure to keep your eye out for that gameplay. If you made it this far, please consider dropping a like, what you thought about Enter the Dragonfly, and a sub if you enjoyed this type of content. Thanks for watching and have a great day.